Hello, YouTubians! Long time no see. In honor of Pride Month, I'd like to share something I've discovered about myself just a few months ago. I am asexual. For those who aren't familiar, being asexual means having little to no sexual attraction to people regardless of gender. It's not a choice like celibacy or abstinence, but rather another way a person's wired. Asexuals can still experience other types of attraction, be it romantic, platonic, sensual, or aesthetic. They just don't have the intrinsic interest for sexual activity. I've already told a lot of people in my immediate circle about this, but for those of you whom I haven't told yet, you're probably wondering how I came to this discovery. Well, it goes like this. It all started around the beginning of the year, when I discovered two adult animated musical black comedy series, Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel. I fell in love with both of these shows almost immediately. I love Hell of a Boss for its comedy and its evolving character arcs, and I love Has Been Hotel for its characters and overall plot. Oh, and the songs! I just love the music in both these shows. They really strike a chord with theater kids just like me. Anyway, more to the point, another thing I appreciate is the LGBTQ+ representation that's portrayed in both these shows. One of my favorite characters from Has Been is Alistair, the radio demon. And when I learned that Alistair was canonically asexual, it got me thinking. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it sounds like me. So starting around mid-February, I spent the next few weeks doing research as well as some self-reflection. And so far, I've read up to 5 books on the subject, including Julie Sandra Decker's The Invisible Orientation, The Introduction to Asexuality, Angela Chen's Ace, What Asexuality Reveals About Desire, Society, and the Meaning of Sex, and even a young adult novel called Loveless by Alice Oseman. And while it made me kinda sad to learn that the asexual community has its own misconceptions, stereotypes, and discriminations thrown at them, just like any other orientation outside of society's annoyingly pervasive heteronormative script, I still learned a lot of positive things too. Not only did a large number of traits associated with asexuality strike a chord with me, but I was pleasantly surprised to learn that 1. Asexuality is fairly common among autistic people, like me. To be clear, I am not saying that all autistic people are asexual, nor the other way around. And number 2, asexuality, like any other orientation, exists on a spectrum. There are demisexuals, those who have sexual attraction to people only after a strong emotional bond has been established. Asexuals can be in relationships, and not just with other asexuals. Some are sex favorable, others are sex averse. Some masturbate, some don't, and so on. It fascinates me all the concepts and facets that can be found under the surface of asexuality, and I really think it deserves more discussion and recognition as an orientation. Anyway, after a lot of reading and soul-searching, it was on March 10th that I began to officially and publicly identify as asexual. And to think, not only did I discover 2 new cartoon shows, both of which I cannot get enough, but that also led me to discover a new facet of my identity. So Vivian Madrano, if you're watching this, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the joy you've brought to the world with your creations. You are to the field of independent animation what Michael Jackson was to the world of music. A groundbreaking creative spirit and a true visionary. I am so glad to have found an identity that I can relate to so much in just a few months before my 30th birthday. Who knew? I've even started creating asexual pride art. This one I made just a few days after St. Patrick's Day. And shortly after that, I made this one. And this right here is my most recent piece. I just love a good pun, don't you? Anyway, if you know someone in your life who is asexual and you want to support them, my best advice on where to start is to educate yourself, like I did. That way you can better understand asexuality as just one more acceptable way to be. If you have any questions, I provided some helpful links in the description below. Until next time, happy Pride Month, everybody!